everyone, welcome to Red Dragon Model Works. My name is Gilbert, also known as the Red Dragon. I put my shuttle down because, like many of you guys, and you guys can relate to that. I know you can. I'm doing all the little greebly work in here, and I see these like the studio model and other models. I just don't want to add little greeblies on the bottom here. It looks like there is a, excuse me. It looks like there is a like a grill in here, with a little piping that comes out of that grill up here. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that. And I went through a couple of different solutions today, and it just, it didn't look right. You get aggravated. So I want to sit it down for a while, walk away from it, because if I don't, and like I said, you guys can understand this, you end up messing something up. So I don't want to end up hating the model. I want to give this my best effort for my grandson. I'm not perfect. It's not going to be perfect, but I wanted to get it as perfect as I can get it for him. He deserves that. So I'm going to sit that down for a while. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, should I uploaded a video with that Hawker Typhoon, that little Airfix 172, that piece of, and I wasn't going to do anything with it. After last night, I thought, you know what, nah. And then I was watching a History Channel, and I saw, they were doing little battles, and I saw one get hit. There was one on it was a German footage, gun camera footage. And I don't know if it was a typhoon or it might have been a hurricane, but the plane came in, and it hit it while it was on the ground. And boom. And I thought, that's what I'll do with it. I don't have to worry about it being all great. I can tear it up. If there's parts missing, you just take a few other pieces, you make an explosion effect, and boom, and there it is. So that's what I'm going to do. Cohen also, thank you, Cohen, also suggested to go check out Panzerman's channel. And I've been watching him, but I didn't go further back. And he's got some really cool effects there, that he's made on some of his dioramas, with the smoke and the explosions. So that gave me a really good idea. So, but I'm going to use not just cotton. I'm going to use some sculpting putty, to make the blast. Some silicone, and also some cotton. So I'm playing around with that. So we'll see. So I'm thinking, I got about 3 or 4 kits here left. So I'm going through them, and I'm thinking, the hands, man. I got to do something, So I got this kit that I picked up at when I first got back into the modeling a few months back. I went to the hobby shop to buy a few tools, and some glue and whatever. And then I was looking for a model. The first model I picked up was this. And since I picked up a few other ones on eBay or a spaceship modeler or Starship modelers, and I built those. But this was the first one I picked up when I got back into modeling. But I didn't do. I haven't made it because I was sitting, waiting. I wanted to know more about armor. There's a couple of reasons why I didn't build it. First one, I know nothing about armor. I didn't want to screw it up. The second one was, I didn't want to screw it up. The third reason was, I didn't want to screw it up. But seriously, guys, I wanted to know a little bit more about it before I did it. So here I started to open up the thing. First thing that hit my head, and I've seen many guys that build. I've watched hundreds of videos already on this, and this is the first thing that I saw. And right away I can understand why you guys don't like them. Junk. Serviceable. I was watching a few videos on people, when they're a pain to paint, I hear. Because you got to go through a bunch of steps to do it. I've watched some people, they throw future on it before they paint them, and then blah, blah, blah. I don't know about that. I'll have to do some more. But the minute you do this, paint cracks, you can't really handle them, so So I think I'm going to look for an aftermarket kit, which that's the other thing. I have been looking for an aftermarket kit for this. And here's the reason why. I'm not telling you guys something you don't know. But that's the barrel. Cutting it off the screw, I made a real bad boo-boo. I'm looking at it because, wow, man, barrel, what do I got to do with it? There's supposed to be a tab there. And there's a little flash suppressor that goes on there. I cut the tab off. Hello? Easy fix, though. But pay attention. Okay. This is supposed to be the barrel. Now, this is a Tamiya kit. I didn't pay that much for this kit. $20, you know, and then tax and whatever. But I got, you know, not bad. I've seen them going for more than that. But my point is, this is a Tamiya kit. Supposed to be a good kit. Which it is. But that's supposed to be a barrel, guys. Boom! Comes out of that barrel. This don't look like something that whoop ass comes out of. This doesn't look like something that tells you, you know, upside the head. You know, I don't see no dragon breath coming out of this thing. I don't see no can of whoop ass coming out of this. There's nothing there. Now they give you a sorry ass, excuse me, piece that goes on there. Still, you look at it and you can see it where it stops. If I look at a barrel, I'm going to look down the barrel. I've been looking for the last two or so months, maybe 3 months, off and on, to try to find an aftermarket kit for this. I can't find one. Not for this model. I find one for the Merkava whatever. There's like 5 different other versions of this, but I think it's the Merkava 4 is the one that's more common that I find a Edwards set for. So, I'd like some advice from you armorers out there. If you can leave a comment down there below, you know, Cohen, brother, you know, help a brother out here, you know. Where could I find a good barrel for this? You know, the other thing is, I mean, again, like I said, they have them for other kits. I don't know if they'll fit this. You know, I've seen them. You know, I measured it. It looks a little bigger. I don't know. You know, you armorer guys would be able to help me out. Same thing with the tracks. What would you guys suggest? I mean, I see the metal ones. I see the Indie Link ones. I kind of like the metal ones, but they're more money. But that's okay, because if you're going to make this, you're going to spend a little extra on it. So the Indie Links look like a pain in the butt, but they can be done. The other ones this has a little basket that sits in the back. I'm not telling you something you armor guys, tank guys don't know. And then they have those little chains, the little ball chains that comes down there. This didn't come with one like that, because apparently this kit, this didn't have it. But there's an up armor kit, from what I've been reading, that they took all their old tanks and they added that to it. So that's what I want to do, and make it an up armored version of this older tank. This is a tank that was, from what I'm reading in here, I think it came out in the late 70s, early 80s. And it didn't have that. And I think back in the 90s is when they started adding that. I'll have to check that again, and don't quote me on that. The other thing is that they used, this has no texture to it. Now you could throw some Mr. Surfacer on it to put some anti-skid on there, but I don't have Mr. Surfacer, and I don't want to wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks for it to come in. So I saw a video on Warfare and Scale on YouTube. There was a brother there that used Elmer's glue, or white glue, and playground sand, children's sand. And he took some Vallejo, mixed, you know, paint, black paint, mixed it into the glue, painted it on here, and then with the sand. And it came out really nice, man. Then you airbrush over it, and it came out really good. It looks like really nice. So I'll have to look and see if they used, if I want to make this an up armored with that or without it. But I would imagine that they had it on there. I'll have to check on that. So yeah, hey Cohen, I'm gonna jump in it. I mean, I was you know, again, back to why I didn't do it. I don't know much about how to make them. This is a totally different animal. Now, some people will say it's just a damn model. If you don't know modeling, they'll say it's just a damn model. No, it's not. Planes are different from tanks. Planes are weathered different. than tanks are. Tanks are a whole breed by themselves because the weathering is different. You know, there's different things you do to them. The level of damage, road wear, the way the wheels, you know, all that. It's totally different. A plane, you got streaks, you know, on the wings here and there, whatever. They're, for the most part, they're clean. They have a little wear and tear on them, but they're clean. You know, the World War II ones, they had little scuff marks and stuff when the pilot was getting in and out of them because they were out in the field and they didn't have somebody to spray paint them all the time. These newer jets, they're for the most part clean unless they're out in the field, you know. And tanks are different. They're on the ground, rocks, shit hitting them, bullets hitting them, you know. Somebody throwing rocks at them, you know. The Intifada people with the glass, you know. You name it. These are different. Spaceships, same thing, different. I'm used to doing spaceships. I'm used to doing planes. I've never done a tank. So any advice, Cohen? All you armorers out there, Panzerman. There's a few other you guys out there, man. If you got any advice for the brother here, you know, leave it down there for me, please. I mean, this kit is nice. It's not bad. You would think though that Tamiya, they're trying to hit you for all that scratch. They'd give you a halfway decent ass barrel and maybe a little bit of you know, PE in there. You know, you think they would. But here, look. I mean, it's got some really nice detail in there. It's not bad. It's got some nice. There's no flash, none. I mean, even this sorry ass barrel, you know. I mean, if I saw this thing pointing at me, I'd laugh at it. You know, what are you gonna hit me with? Spitballs? But when you put this thing together, I mean, even this, I mean, it's a nice tight fit, but you can still see the seam. And you know, you can get one of those $15 squadron thingies, which I'm not buying. I'm making my own. Thank you very much. But the whole point is these right in here. Again, I'm not telling you armor guys something you don't know. Right in here, well, it's moving around on me, but you know what I'm talking about. You guys you're like, yep, I know what you're talking about, Gilbert. Toss that thing in the garbage. Right in there, when you go to sand that down, you might lose some of all that detail that's in there. And that's some really nice detail in there. You know, I don't want to lose that. But I at least want a barrel, you know, that's got some kick-ass behind it. This doesn't have kick-ass on there. I see this thing, you know, say hello, you know, toy. So, you know, other than that, you know, it's got some really nice, you know, the pieces are beautiful, you know, they're nice. It's a nice kit. It's not a bad kit. I got it at a good price. This comes with this little, for the basket. I have no idea what this is, but I'll look in the, you know, that's what instructions are for. I'd like to, once I put the basket on here, I'd like to put that ball armor back there. You know, I've seen them with the up armored kits where they have that on there. Even the older ones, they've put them on there. I'd like to see if I can find a couple of figures on this, you know, to put, you know, maybe one dude up here. Even the guns, you know, see if I can find, I don't know. Let me see what these guns look. Did they at least give me machine guns? Yeah, there's some machine guns in there. You know. They're not bad. They're not great. But they're serviceable. You know. Right there. There's one there. There's one there. Well, there is a figure there. Okay. Right there. Hello. Eyes, look at it. So that's where we're at. I was also thinking, you know, I see these guys, they take some, they buy the little extras to put on the back of it, you know, like the little box, a little cooler. I got some mill put in there. I can make my own, you know, like little tarps and stuff on there. You know, little boxes and stuff, you know, put on there, strap it down inside that little cage that's back there. This, everything I've seen people doing, from every video I've seen, yeah, I've seen people paint them. But I've also heard the minute you do this to them, if you manhandle them the wrong way, you crack that paint. If you got, for any reason, you got to take these off, yeah, And I've seen that you got to put, I've read comments where, oh, I had to do this, that, and the other thing. You got to add future to it, paint it, future, paint it, future. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into it. But that's gonna be my kit for this weekend, Colin. I'm gonna jump in there and make the Merkava. But I need to find a barrel. I'll wait for the barrel. I'll wait till the last thing to put that in there if I can find one. I want a barrel that's got some whoop ass coming out of it. I don't want a barrel there that just spitballs. So, if any of you brothers out there can give me a hand, point me in the right direction. Again, I went to Edward. They have one, but it's not for that kit, so I don't know if it'll fit that kit. You armorer guys would know. Or have a good idea where to point me. So, that's what I'm gonna do. Colin, I'm gonna throw my, I'm gonna build this here. Hey, knucklehead, you're doing that wrong, stupid. No, I'm gonna have like Colin. Hey, Gilbert, you're not supposed to do that. No, I'm just messing with you. It's a model. I want to have fun with it. It's the first one I've ever built. I take criticism well. That's how we learn. This community is a beautiful community. You got good people here, and they get their hearts in the right place. They want to advance the hobby, and that's what I love about it. So, if there's any advice, brothers, can you give a brother help here? A little shout out. So I'm gonna start building this tonight. I'll upload this in a few minutes. Put this in. But first I gotta go feed the dogs, man. You guys have a good one. This is the Red Dragon saying, keep that styrene flying, brothers. Ciao.